Rain hammered against the shutters in Hutwil, but inside, the air was thick with the scent of damp wool and defiance. Niklaus Leuenberger stood before 50 men, his fingers tracing the jagged oak table. Outside, the Swiss Confederation was bleeding. The urban elites demanded silver but paid farmers in worthless copper. Leuenberger slammed his fist down. He didn't speak of abstract liberty, but of rotting grain and cattle seized by bailiffs. This was the spark. By early 1653, the Entlebuch Valley was a powder keg. Local leaders like Christian Schibbe coordinated the defiance, blocking roads and turning back tax collectors with nothing but pitchforks. These were not illiterate mobs. They formed the League of Hutwil, a sophisticated alliance demanding the restoration of old rights. From their limestone balconies, the authorities in Bern watched, realizing too late that this was no mere squabble. By May, the rebellion swelled into a massive force. Thousands of peasants, armed with scythes and crude muskets, laid siege to the city of Bern. The great walls looked fragile under the gaze of 1,000 angry farmers. Paralyzed, the authorities signed the Merton Agreement. It was a victory, but a mirage. The urban councils were only buying time while they gathered professional mercenaries who knew nothing of mercy. In June, the dream shattered. At the Battle of Wohlenschwil, the peasant army was caught in a pincer movement. Professional cannons tore through the ranks of farmers who had no answer for organized artillery. Leuenberger was captured, his rebellion broken in a single afternoon of blood and iron. The suppression that followed was swift and brutal. Leaders were executed, their heads displayed on pikes as a grim warning to the countryside. Heavy fines ensured these communities remained in debt for generations. The uprising faded, obscured by more romantic tales of Swiss history. Was it a conservative reaction or a precursor to modern democracy? Scholars still debate. When the smoke finally cleared, the old order was restored. But the following silence was not one of peace. It was the silence of a people broken by the very state they had once fed.